Hello, I'm Dr. Alveda King, speaking to you from the studios at Priest for Life. I want to remind you that this is Women's History Month. A lot of people say, oh, March is Women's History Month. Is there a month for everything? Well, certainly. We recently celebrated Black History Month, and the month before that, Life, and we went to the March for Life, and throughout the year, there's a month for marriage and family. There's so many opportunities to celebrate those values that are so dear to us. So in Women's History Month, I want to talk about two special women. As an African American woman, I'd like to just remind you to remember Harriet Tubman and Sojourner Truth. Harriet Tubman was very active in the Underground Railroad during the days of slavery, when slaves were escaping oppression at the plantation and running north to freedom. Harriet Tubman is said to have carried guns, and she told the people, "You will not go back. You'll either go and be free, or you'll go on to meet your maker." And so she was a very feisty, determined woman, and that's something we can remember about her. It is reported that she also said, "I helped to free many people from slavery, and I could have freed even more if they had known that they were slaves." You know, so when I think about Harriet Tubman saying that, and today many women have been oppressed by the tyranny of abortion. Women and the fathers of the babies and the mothers have often been coerced or convinced or just misled about the life in the womb. And so we are now bringing truth about the tyranny of abortion, about the genocide of abortion. And many people are being liberated from the lies of abortionists like Planned Parenthood and other abortion providers. Margaret Sanger, who said colored people are like weeds and they need to be exterminated. We don't want that word to get out, and so let's cultivate their members, and they'll keep their more rebellious or curious members in line. So when we think about those kinds of statements, and we remember Harriet Tubman, as people are beginning to be liberated from the acts of genocide and abortion, euthanasia, all those acts of genocide which rob society of valuable human beings, I think I would like to say we are informing many people, and we could inform more if they knew they were misinformed. And so we want you to visit priestforlife.org and silentnomoreawareness.org and rachelsvineyard.org and National Black Pro-Life Coalition at blackprolifecoalition.org and many websites, and just educate yourself and be free. Sojourner Truth. During the days that slavery was ending and the women's suffragette movement was in full force, and so there was a big discussion by women about liberate women, let women have the same rights as men. And yet a very special right of women was still being oppressed and is being oppressed today. Women were not necessarily being informed about their rights to motherhood. And so when Sojourner Truth wrote her messages and her speeches, and she asked the question, "Ain't I a woman?" She was looking at the oppression due to skin color. She was looking at how perhaps the Caucasian women had certain privileges that she did not have. And yet all the women, no matter what their skin color happened to be at that time, they were talking about the oppression of women. And so she asked the question, "Ain't I a woman?" You know, today I wonder if Miss Truth were here, if she saw the ultrasounds of the little babies in the womb who are often threatened by abortion, if she would encourage them to ask the question, "Am I not human?" And so as we celebrate Women's History Month, looking at the lives of these two wonderful African American heroes who happen to be women, I want to encourage you as women to find out the truth about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and to pursue it with all your heart. God bless you, Dr. Alveda King.